Yo, what's going on, everybody? Michael here. Welcome back to a live episode of Technoid. I'm your host, Michael from Technoid, and I am joined by one of the biggest staples of the Technoid channel, the man who has believed in the Technoid name, the brand, the channel. Well, it's not really a brand, but the man who has helped provide so much for this channel, and I am thrilled to bring him on, as always, the great Carlos S. Tech. Los, it has been too long, my brother. How have you been?
All right, bro. Yeah, it's been too long, bro. But thank you, bro. But it's all you, bro. You put in that hard work.
I
You made.
appreciate it. I appreciate all the support that you've shown me over these past couple of years. I also appreciate all the support and helping me provide mostly the Yeti mic, the support, the fan, everything. So I really appreciate you, Sneed, everybody. Thank you.
We appreciate you, bro, for always keep pushing us too. Because sometimes you know how it goes, bro. You get that moment of weakness for a second, and you need that motivation, that push, and that's where you come in, bro, too.
I appreciate the energy and I appreciate everything you guys have done. Now, guys, real quickly, we are actually 10 minutes late to the stream, so I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to get right to it. But real quickly, got to just say this right now. Rogue Energy is a proud partner of the Technoid channel. Make sure to get yourself some Rogue Energy right now where they have some 4th of July savings. Use that promo code Technoid and save on some tubs, shakers, packets. Get what you want. They got them new shaker, guys. I'm going to keep pushing it. Get yourself some Rogue Energy now before they sell out for the 4th of July weekend. Use promo code Technoid, save yourself some money, and get a nice, delicious drink.
Dragon fruit mango is actually really good. I like that one.
I love it. It's such a refreshing juice. Now, real quickly, let's see who we got in the house. We got Adrian in the house from the Corn Belt. Good to see you. We got Ryan. He says, oh no, I was thinking of switching from iPhone to Pixels, so I'm excited to hear your opinion. Oh, don't worry. We've got some good stuff coming tonight. I do enjoy the strong community and the commitment you guys have. We appreciate that, Ryan. Alrighty, enough talk. Let's get right to it. So, the main story for the night is the Pixel lineup. We're going to discuss the Pixel, and we're going to start this up with the Pixel 5a. Now, I have been reporting about the Pixel 5a. I have been talking about the Pixel 6, the Pixel 5a. I've talked all about Pixel devices, and it looks like we are going to see the 5a in just a few weeks. According to Mark Gurman, who has now proven to be probably the most stellar track record any leaker has, at least nowadays, because, a lot of things are happening in the tech world. I saw what happened to Front Page Tech. Apple's coming after him. Better get them lawyers. But according to Mark Gurman, he believes that this summer we can expect the Pixel 5a, the next generation low cost that will be released in August. Now, this is also in correlation to the Pixel 6 rumor that we heard that is reported to be released in October. So, Los, I'm going to start with you. What do you think of Google's 5a and Pixel 6 lineup? What do you think of their phones as a whole before we talk about their new models?
Okay, so to be honest, the 5 should have been the 4A 5G. The 4A was beautiful because they gave a low budget option for somebody that still had a good camera, very good camera to be exact. So, and then the 4A 5G, it's a really good phone. If I had to choose right now and you told me, hey, you only have one option, either the 4A 5G or the 5, I'm going to go with the 4A 5G. You got the headphone jack. You got, you have everything that one has, plus it has millimeter wave. And, it's not a bad option, bro. I mean, the processor on the 5 should have been flagship, but it can handle the tasks that it's meant to handle, but you can't do editing or something like that, but you can at least, play a game or something with it if you needed to. Light task, it'll handle it no problem. But I mean, other than that, they're great phones, bro. Picture wise, you already know they're phenomenal. Video, they still got a little bit of work, but maybe with this new sensor on these new ones, it'll clean it up. But good phone.
I would say for me, when the Pixel lineup was just doing Pixel 2, Pixel 3, 3XL, when they were at that lineup, I felt like Google was kind of killing their sales. The Pixel 4 was a decent phone. I thought that was pretty good. But the thing that I never liked about the Pixel phones was every year was an experimental phone. It never felt like a true, consistent flagship. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, guys, the Pixel 2 and the 2XL were probably, in my opinion, the better version of the Pixels that we've seen. The Pixel 3 I thought was a good device also, but the 3XL was disgusting. That was a terrible design of a phone. The Pixel 4 and 4XL I thought were very good as well, but the thing that I also didn't like was they tried to do different things with Project Scalia and other things, and then they kind of gave up on Project Scalia. And now they have the Pixel 5, which is really just a premium mid range, which is not a bad thing. But like you said, Los, I think the 5 should have been the 4A 5G. I think that should have been. But once they introduced the A series, that was a home run for them. They were mid range, they were priced very well, they gave you the same experience with maybe a few cutbacks, but you didn't have to break the bank. So I think the A series hit a nice portion of the market that we need. Now, just real quickly, we got some more people in here. We got Gene. Good to see you, Gene. Alexio, what's up? What are you doing tonight? Sean is in the house. Good to see Sean. Got Kaiser. Long time no see, my friend. Good to
What
see.
up? What up?
But
What
I
up?
will say, I'm 100% with you. I felt like the 4A 5G should have been the 5 because it does handle millimeter wave a lot better. But the Pixel 5 also, to me, was not a missed opportunity, but was a miscalculated opportunity. What I mean is, I understand they wanted to do what everybody was saying, putting a mid range chipset in a flagship to prove that there's no difference. But that did not work well. If you're going to charge flagship money, you got to put flagship specs. And I did not like the Pixel 5. I thought it was an okay device, but the hardware just would not live up to its standard. However, this time around, it looks like Google is finally going to start making these consistent and less, like experimental. Because looking at the 5A, 5G, if they're going to keep the 5G tag, honestly, I think Los, I don't know if you agree, but I think they should just stop marketing 5G. I feel like we are past that.
People already know, bro. It's just like LT. Remember how at first, like when I got the first, no, it was the second Verizon phone. It was the HTC Resound, bro, the one that came with the nice Drake headphones and everything, bro. Back in the day, dude, like it was like the Resound 4G LTE, bro. It's like for a while it was like that. They got to just drop this. People already know 5G's here, and that's it. It's the main thing now.
It worked when they were just introducing the technology. It worked when it started. But now that people have fully understood the high value of 5G, I think it's time that we let go of that 5G title. Real quickly, Alpha is in the house. What's up, fam? How you doing, my big man? Good to see you. It says here, Kaisi says, I was shocked that the 4A 5G didn't have 90 hertz. For me, I never really cared about hertz on a screen. Honestly, I'm cool with 60 hertz. And even the iPhone at 60 hertz has 120 motion refresh rate. So that's not the screen display, but that's the motion refresh. But overall, I was never like too keen on refresh rate. You know what I mean, Los?
Yeah, I mean, bro, you can't. I mean, you can see it a little bit, but you're not. It's not really a game changer, bro. I mean, unless you're playing like a high graphics type game that needs that type of refresh rate. Other than that, bro, if you're just doing normal tasks on the phone, 120 hertz ain't gonna matter between. All it's gonna do is suck your battery dry faster. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. And for me, the Google Pixel at 90 hertz is probably the best you need. I think honestly you need 90 hertz because that's really the sweet spot. 120 hertz, not bad, but it might be a little overkill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in regards to the 5A 5G, however, the 5A is looking to be kind of almost flagship like. But there's also a report due to chip shortages that it will be delayed or it could possibly be pushed back or limited in sales. So I want to ask you about the 5A 5G. What can you expect based on everything we've heard? And I've already covered that we are going to see some camera upgrades. They are reportedly keeping the headphone jack, which the headphone jack lives to see another day. Come on. If mid-range is going to have headphone jacks, flagship should have headphone jacks. I think that should be a rule.
I don't get why they're trying to eliminate the headphone jack. It's still a much needed phone, especially if you're going to provide a good camera like that. And content creators will end up using that phone. Headphone jack's the way to go. Bluetooth is still not a reliable technology for headsets.
Mm-hmm. And go ahead.
But I don't know. Would you want to get to the specs of this phone?
Not just the specs, but what would you kind of like to see from the 5A 5G before we talk about the 6?
Okay, so I mean, it's gonna probably be like a 770 Snapdragon, so that's good. You know, probably they'll throw in like 6 or 8 gigs of RAM, which is going to be decent to run that processor. Anything over 4 on a 7 on any 7 series, that's
Mhm.
good. But what would be nice is that this has a decent sized battery. Screw the wireless charging. You know, take shortcuts on that. Maybe take shortcuts on it on a plastic back. Who cares? As long as you give us a damn 5,000 milliamp battery, that'd be nice. You know.
Yeah, I think battery is one thing, and I think fast charging has been the main emphasis with the Pixel A series. So I'm definitely with you on that. Me, I would like to see them try to make this phone look very, I wouldn't say similar to their predecessors, but I would not mind if they lowered the chin at the bottom. Because while it's not the biggest chin in the world, I feel like just shrinking it a little bit more, curving it, or well, they can't curve it, but if they were to shred away just a little bit more bezel, then I would make the argument that the 5A 5G would probably be the flagship phone you go for because when you perceive, you look at something, the first thing that's going to hit your eye is the display.
Yeah.
But the hardware is what's going to make up for it. They have the fingerprint scanner, which is blazing fast, I gotta say. We also have the dual cameras, but they're reportedly adding new sensors, like you said. They have stereo speakers, headphone jack, and overall, even though it's plastic, it's a very durable plastic. I think it's probably the best plastic phone you could buy, which feels like a premium smartphone.
Also, it's not going to be aluminum. It's going to be plastic.
True. Aluminum. Okay, so that's even better. That's even better. I didn't actually. I'm
That,
not
that
gonna lie.
that's usually how they do it, at least from what I know.
I actually didn't catch that. I didn't even see it in the rumors. But if they are doing aluminum, that's a perfect world we live in. Aluminum is the way to go
Mhm.
because plastic's not bad, but aluminum I never really, you know, complained. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, of course, it'll be a little bit more durable.
But real quickly, in regards to the 5A, there are still some things coming out. We do know that it will be using 12 megapixels ultra wide angle camera. We also know that closer to launch, of course, we're going to see some real images come out because, of course, these companies can't keep this stuff wrapped up forever. But I would like to see for the 5A, my last thing, and then we'll move on to the Pixel 6. For me, the last thing I'd like to see, I want to see longer support for an A series phone. I think Samsung. Why did I say that? I swear, I'm gonna get so much hate. I'm gonna get so much hate for that.
Oh,
Dun dun dun. But for
well,
real though, in all
geez,
seriousness, I would like to see them capitalize on a 4-year update cycle. Because even though 3 years is great, I think 3 years worth of upgrades is great. Having that extra year kind of solidifies support. I know they will give it a fourth year in terms of security, but I'd like to see 4 OS upgrades because if we look at Apple, Apple dominates in terms of software support. Even if you don't use the phone, the fact that they will support the oldest model alive, which is like the 6S, it's insane. It's
well,
really insane.
the 6 and the 6S still get updates, and then the damn 5S still gets security updates. I'm like, Jesus, we're in 2021, and the 5S is still getting security updates.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That a phone that nobody uses is still well, probably probably some people are using, but that's insane. At that point, that's really incredible. But yeah, so that is the Pixel 5a. Now let's take a look at its brother version, the Pixel 6. Now the
Ooh.
Pixel 6 is reportedly going to be the big flagship that we're talking about. We've seen images, we've seen renders, we've seen everything about the Pixel 6 that I've covered. Now, it looks like RoboCop. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks like RoboCop. But this is a very nice smartphone from what everybody is saying. This is reportedly going to be the creme de la creme of Android because we're hearing rumors that the device is going to have the best camera experience on a smartphone. Samsung and Google are working together, so they're going to be adding new partnerships in other areas. We also know that Google is going to make the display 120 hertz. We know it's going to be reportedly going to be getting their in-house CPUs, but then there's word saying due to the shortage, they might switch it back to a Snapdragon. So we don't know a lot about this device. All I can say in regards to this device is that I, for one, actually really want to see this smartphone do well. This to me could be the flagship that puts Google back on the map. Now, Los, I gotta ask, Do you have any expectations for the Pixel 6?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. The back is what's killing me, bro. That camera hump is so thick. I've seen cases already from Karl,
Mm-hmm.
bro. You have to make up a lot just to make it flush, you know. So it's like I think they could have did a little bit of. They should have. What they should have done is made the whole phone a bit thicker
Mm-hmm.
and put a big bad boy battery in there, like a 6,000. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, so you can have photography all day long. Have 5G takes a lot of battery, so
Yep.
it would have give a lot of wiggle room, and then it would have eliminated a lot of that hump. But other than that, bro, the front does look good. I'm not gonna deny it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just have to wait and see, and hopefully they do not use a Snapdragon 888 because those are horrible, bro.
Yeah. Heard a lot of bad things about them chips. If they do use their Whitechapel chip, which is the reported in-house CPU, do you think, by any chance, that this will start the pave way for OEMs to make their own CPUs, like how Apple's been doing for years? But if Google were to start that, do you think Samsung would follow and then others would follow?
I don't. I mean, Samsung already has the Exynos line, which is basically their own line, so it would probably push them more to instead of just using it in a couple of countries and that's it. So yeah, this will start a push for sure.
I would like to see that because it's not that Snapdragon isn't reliable. The Snapdragons have proven to be a very, very good, chipset at times, depending on the model. But recently, we've seen a lot of problems with the 888. You can attest to that. You've shown us many times on your live streams. You've talked about it. We've seen the proof. And honestly, I don't even know why most of these OEMs don't release their own in-house. Because I know Samsung has the Exynos chipsets, but they don't want to release it in America. Or the last time they did, it wasn't received well. So I can understand the partnership money. But they have the resources, they have everything they need to make a good chipset. It's just a matter of if they want to take the risk and pull the trigger.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it can be done. It's just how it goes, bro. It's a lot of politics, bro. Snapdragon is very dominant here in the U.S., so they're not gonna let somebody just come in and swoop up the rug,
Mm-hmm.
And they are the biggest motor manufacturer, so that's another thing too.
Absolutely. I understand 100%. And one of the things about the Pixel 6 that people are talking about is also the Pro model. So as you know, they are doing a regular 6 and now they're going to tackle the word Pro on their phone. I feel like that's the new norm nowadays. Everybody's going to go with Pro and it's annoying. But they're saying that the Pro camera is going to be insane. They're saying that this is going to be the best camera that a Pixel has ever had. And if you can't see from this image right over here, guys, this has a triple camera setup. We're talking probably 4 over here. And each of these cameras serve a purpose. They're reportedly saying it's going to be, from what I remember reporting, 64 megapixels or 108, they were saying. A sensor that big, plus 12 megapixel ultra wide, 12 megapixel rear. It doesn't get any better than that.
Bro, what's another one that's going to be good that I am waiting to see is going to be the new Galaxies, bro, because they're going to be using the Olympus camera, bro. 200 megapixel sensor. That's wild. And it's going to be big too. It's not going to be a little small like we're used to seeing right now. It's going to be a huge monster.
200 megapixels. Jesus.
Yeah, bro. I already see, there's some picture leaks already out there. So I would hope that Google too can get a hold of a camera manufacturer. Let's see, like Nikon or something. They should be able to get with somebody, bro. You got OnePlus with the Hasselblad, bro, and I love that phone, bro. I love that damn thing. The Hasselblad camera is amazing, bro.
It's funny you mentioned Hasselblad. The last person that came on my live stream, his name was, I think you know him, the OnePlus guy, Altered Tech.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't too enthusiastic when he came on talking about the Hasselblad, partnership, but he does get some good pictures. He gets really good stuff.
With that camera lens on the OnePlus with the Hasselblad, you have to do a lot in manual mode to get the best result. Automatic, it's gonna skimp out on a lot of detail. So when you do the add some sharpness, lower some contrast, you'll get real fine detail that you wouldn't get on an ordinary camera like a Pixel or an iPhone. Like, it's really good stuff, man.
No, yeah, absolutely. Apologies, guys, just taking care of some stuff over here.
Oh,
But yeah, absolutely. I would personally, if I had to guess, because I'm trying to find the images over here. I think I passed. Here we go. With the Pro, when taking a look at the Pro line, I see they're going with a curved display real quickly. I noticed that they tweak. Do you think companies should ditch curve in favor of flat edge?
yes. One, too many cracks, bro. You know, from the pocket, you leave accidentally have your key in there or a coin, boom, done. And it's just annoying to touch. When I had my Moto Edge, I loved it. Don't get me wrong, but the corner, I disabled it. Now, if you can disable it through the software, then okay, cool, you know, whatever. But if you can't and it has to be part of it, bro, it's a pain in the rear. So, but I mean, I think it should be flat all across, bro. Uh-oh. Okay, so he is handling some business there. So Mr. Technoid will be right back, guys. But how's everybody doing? Let's see here. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. Oh yes, the AT&T. That's true about the Band 14. You're right, Kazi. They like Qualcomm for some odd reason, and they like the Intel when iPhone was doing it. Every case looks like an otter box. Ryan, I mean, not really. You know, it all depends. You know, let's see, Samsung should do 9 years. The iPhones. Man, it would be nice if the Samsung did 9 years on an update, but that's crazy though about still seeing old phones like that still getting an update. It's just wild, guys. But I'm really hoping that Google with this Pixel lineup, they actually get something accomplished, and hopefully it's their own processor, their own chipset. I'm hoping that they do not have to go with the Qualcomm to do the 6. On the 5A, who cares? You know, it's supposed to be an affordable option, and start the rise of your own silicon chip. It's not going to be cheap to start at first. So I see them still using at least the Qualcomm setup on that, but on this 6, it should be their own silicon chip and hope for the best, just like Apple with the M1. But let's see here. Let's see if anybody's on. Oh, damn. So an emergency happened, so I had to take over the stream. Holy crap. All right. Let's see here. But all right, Mr. Gene. Let's see. But why don't the OnePlus mid-range get OS updates? The flagship device gets them. Okay, so all right, with OnePlus, bro, what I've noticed is, yeah, you're right. They get maybe a year, maybe 2 years max. You know, you'll get like the next generation OS if it came out later. So let's say right now it gets released with with Android 11. Let's say 2 months later Android 12 comes out, then you'll get the Android 12, but then that's it. It is true with OnePlus. And I think the reason why, bro, is because of the Oxygen OS situation. They just don't want to keep making different versions of Oxygen OS to integrate with those older devices, bro, to keep updating it, you know, and have different versions of Oxygen OS laying everywhere. So that's my speculation. It's not facts of what's happening, you know, but that's what I think it's going on, and that's why they're just like, you know what, screw it, we'll just leave it with that OS, give it security updates, and call it a day. It's a mid-ranger, anyways, you know, and it was cheap, you know, so they'll just buy the next generation. But now with OnePlus going back to its roots to Oppo, maybe Oppo's gonna hook them up, you know, and we'll be able to see more updates on those lower end mid-range devices. Yes, Oppo would be merging with them, and I really can't wait either, because Oppo makes really good phones. I think their phones are better than OnePlus, some of the OnePlus stuff that's been coming out. And their camera sensors are really good, and the software that they use, I can't remember, I think it's Color or something like that. I can't remember the name of their skin to their OS, but they got some good stuff though. Google has that money, it would be a great idea to make their own chip. Yes, Ryan, it's true, bro. I mean, Apple did it. Samsung, has the Exynos. It works all over the world pretty damn decent. And on an Exynos chip, you can actually do dual carrier aggregation on 5G. Same with the MediaTek. And yes, I know it's MediaTek, but they made it happen. But why can't we get these manufacturers to all make their own chipsets? It keeps everything in house. Maybe it can help us get a lower cost on the phone eventually when they keep making enough of it, these chipsets, and keep mass producing it. It will help lower the cost to hand the savings down a little bit to us. Like, look at with the M1 chip now. The MacBook Pros went down in price tremendously, bro. Like a MacBook Pro with the Intel chip, the lowest specs used to be $2,000 for a 13-inch. Now you can get the 512 with with the higher cores and all that stuff for $1,399 for the same computer that you would have paid for the lowest model, $2,000 plus tax. So, it's all bringing a silicon chip, their own silicon chip, help lower the cost. So if Google pulls this off, we could see probably Pixels going from, let's say, $800 flagships to maybe $699 because it's all in house.
Yeah, I was listening, by the way. Thank you so much for hosting. Guys, we're actually going to have to end this a little early, Los, because got a little bit of a situation going on. Things happen. But we'll end. Before we end, I want to have one last question, and then we'll go. I've heard what you said about their in-house CPUs, heard what you've said about OnePlus, everything. Final question to you. 6, 5A, 5G. 6 Pro, 5A, 5G. When these phones come out, in your opinion, which phone do you think is going to be the best seller?
With the way times are right now, honestly, the 5A. I'm gonna keep it honest with you, and it's gonna be just as good, bro. I mean, the 6A, the 6 Pro would still sell good. Don't get me wrong, but I think the 5A is gonna be a killer.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I think we could also expect the Pro model. I think there's enough there that could warrant that price. I think, honestly, this is the closest that Google has come to giving us a true flagship that really can hold its weight. And with their Project Chapel chip, if it does deliver in performance, then I think we can see an increase in their flagship sales, because I think they really need to.
Let's put it this way: if the regular Pro size comes in at $599, and then the Max version comes in at $799, you'll have a lot of those Pros selling. Then for sure you will see people choosing that one. And then you'll have your budget people choosing hopefully the 5A will be like $399, something like that. But if they price it right, the Pro will be the top seller. It'll be off the shelves like no other.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. And we'll see. We're only a month away, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, yes, unfortunately, I have to end this episode a little early. Los, I'll explain after we end this podcast. But, dude, I just want to say, even though this was a short one, I want you to come back for the next one so we can make up for what happened. We had tons of delays. We had everything, guys. Really am sorry. This was supposed to be a longer show. It was supposed to be an hour long, but I have to go take care of something real quickly. But just quickly before we end, I want to thank everybody for watching. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Reminder, tomorrow afternoon at 12 p.m., I am officially premiering the Soundcore Life Q35 review. It took me 2 months to make this. 2 months, and I finally got it done.
Must watch.
It is a must watch. So please remember, tomorrow afternoon at 12 p.m., the Life Q35 review will be ready. It'll be premiering, and I hope to see you guys in the live chat. Anyway, everyone, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, share this live stream out with everyone. Let's get your thoughts. And also, reminder as well, if you want to be a part of my Rogue Energy giveaway, watch the previous 2 episodes of Technoid, the Galaxy Watch 4 and iPhone 13 videos. Watch how you can win 1 free tub of Rogue Energy. All you got to do is watch the episodes and learn how to win. That's all it takes. Thank you all for watching. Take care, stay safe, and peace.
Peace.